There comes a moment in every life, a silent, trembling moment, where your soul whispers what your mind has refused to admit. You're not living like you were born to. You're existing, reacting, surviving, drifting through days that blur into nights, waiting for something to change, without becoming the change. But hear this clearly. Your future is not waiting for permission. It is begging you to fight. Not just to show up, but to show up with fire. With conviction, with clarity, with the kind of energy that bends reality and cracks through the lies you've been telling yourself. You know the ones. I'm too tired. I'm too late. I'm not ready. No one sees me. No one believes in me. But what if I fail? Let me tell you something. You've already failed. If you wake up every morning chained to comfort, if you silence the roar inside because someone told you to stay quiet, if you betray your own potential just to fit inside a life you've outgrown, that's failure. Because the real war isn't out there, it's in here. Inside your mind, inside your habits, inside your beliefs about what's possible. The man who wins is not the man with the perfect plan. It's the one who wakes up each day and says, I refuse to die with potential still inside me. You see, every morning is a call to arms. And while the world sleeps in, success is dressing in silence, lacing its boots, and taking ground before the sun even knows what's coming. Do you think Edison invented the light bulb by watching others succeed? He failed 1,000 times. But his vision burned brighter than every failure. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck, fire, an unbreakable will. Henry Ford was told his ideas were impossible. Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. Carnegie came from poverty. Lincoln lost election after election. But none of them backed down. None of them hit snooze. They heard the whisper from the future and answered with action. So here's the truth you've been avoiding. You don't need another morning routine. You need a reason to wake the hell up. A reason so big, so clear, so alive in your bones, that no excuse could ever overpower it. Because without vision, discipline is punishment. But with it, discipline becomes liberation. Structure becomes power. And sacrifice? It becomes sacred. Clarity is the edge. It is the sword that cuts through confusion, doubt, distraction. You must know what you want with ruthless precision. Not, I want to be successful. No, that's too soft, too vague, too empty. What does success look like? What does it feel like when you walk into that version of yourself? What does the air smell like in that office you built from nothing? What's the weight of your first $1 million check? What does it feel like to tell your mother, we're done worrying about money forever? Visualize it, taste it, bleed for it, or let someone else take it. Because life is not handing out dreams. It's handing out consequences. And if you sleep on your purpose, you'll wake up trapped inside someone else's vision. You want success? Then stop negotiating with weakness. Every time you choose distraction over discipline, you delay your destiny. Every time you scroll instead of sweat, you sell your future for cheap dopamine. And the world loves that. It feeds on the average. It celebrates comfort. It rewards the numb. But not you. You were born for war. The war of becoming. The war of identity. The war against everything small, lazy, fearful, and false inside you. So you better get used to walking into resistance and smiling. Because comfort will never build your character. Comfort never built a legacy. Comfort is the graveyard where purpose goes to die. No, the climb is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to hurt. That's the point. Greatness doesn't arrive wrapped in ease. It shows up dressed like a test. And you don't pass that test by wishing. You pass it by becoming. By waking up when no one's watching. By keeping promises no one hears. By building, sweating, learning, when it would be easier to quit. Because that's where winners are made. In silence. In solitude. In the dark. Before the spotlight. In the days when no one claps, but you grind anyway. And if you think you're going to float into greatness, you've already drowned. Success requires sacrifice. Not once, not twice, every single day. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose fake comfort and the illusion of safety. And that's the price. But what you gain? Self-respect, power, control, the ability to look in the mirror and say, I built this, with my mind, with my blood, with my belief. Not because it was easy, but because I was willing to be forged by fire. And fire only consumes what is weak. It purifies what is strong. So don't fear the pain. Use it. Shape it. Let it become your reminder that you are alive and moving forward. Because nothing changes until you do. And the future you dream of? It's not in the clouds. It's buried underneath your excuses. Waiting for you to dig. Waiting for you to fight. Waiting for you to wake up and win. The truth is, no one's coming to save you. Not your parents. Not your boss. Not some mentor or millionaire with a golden ticket. It's you, or it's no one. You have to become the hero of your story. And heroes aren't born, they're built. Brick by brick, thought by thought, day by ruthless day. You want power? Then stop giving yours away. To fear, to failure, to other people's opinions, to comfort that chains you quietly. Because you don't rise by chasing validation. You rise by earning it. In silence, in discomfort, in the unseen hours when nobody believes in you, except you. That's where champions are carved. Not in applause, but in isolation. When you're tired, when you're doubtful, when every part of you screams to quit, but you don't. That's when identity is forged. And the version of you you're chasing? That future self? He's not waiting at the top. He's watching every decision you make today. He's not impressed by your goals. He's watching your grind. Do you show up when it's hard? Do you keep going when no one's watching? Do you act in alignment with the life you claim you want? Because most people want the reward, but they won't embrace the ritual. They crave success, but run from the suffering that shapes it. But not you. You're not here for average. You're here for war. The inner war. The war between the voice that says, I can't, and the voice that finally screams back, watch me. You must become obsessed. Obsessed with your vision. Obsessed with discipline. Obsessed with becoming impossible to break. Because the world will test you. It will tempt you with shortcuts. Mock you for your focus. Laugh when you lose. But let them. Because you're not building for them. You're building for the man in the mirror. The one who finally said, enough. Enough playing small. Enough shrinking to fit into a life that insults your purpose. Enough waiting for confidence before taking the first step. You don't wait for confidence. You earn it. By doing the thing anyway. That's the secret. You act before you're ready. You show up before it feels perfect. You speak the vision before anyone claps. And you keep going. Because your future is counting on it. Every representative, every rejection, every quiet, lonely, grueling moment you choose growth. You are casting votes for the person you're becoming. And eventually, those votes add up. And the world that once ignored you? They'll turn their heads. They'll ask how you did it. They'll say, you change. And you'll smile. Because they'll never understand what it cost you. But you will. Because you paid that price in full. In sweat. In struggle. In silence. And you didn't just dream about a new life. You built it. One unbreakable morning at a time. So let them sleep. While you rise. While you grind. While you become. Because when the war is over, the man who wakes up and fights back wins. And when that day comes, when you finally look back on the years of pain, on the mornings you rose when it hurt, on the nights you stayed in while others drifted in distraction, you will realize something most people never do. The battle was never against the world. It was always against the version of you who settled, who hesitated, who waited for permission instead of creating his own breakthrough. You'll stand there, not as the man who had all the answers, but as the man who refused to stay average. The man who stared down doubt and said, I'll go anyway. That's the real win. It's not just the money. It's not the success people can see. It's the strength no one can steal. It's the fire you lit inside that burns long after applause fades. It's the man you became when no one believed, and you did it anyway. Because you showed up for yourself. On the days it felt meaningless. You chose vision over impulse. Discipline over emotion. Growth over comfort. Purpose over pleasure. That's the path no one claps for. Until the results are undeniable. So let this be your moment. Right now. Not tomorrow. Now. Decide. Commit. Dominate. Train your mind like a warrior. Guard your time like a king. Move with intention. And build with obsession. Because while others scroll, you will sculpt. While others wish, you will work. While others sleep, you will rise. And when the dust settles, you won't just have success. You'll have something greater. A life that answers to no one but your purpose. A legacy that shouts, I was here, I mattered, I won. So wake up. Rise with the fire of 10,000 lifetimes. Refuse to be forgotten. Refuse to be defeated. Refuse to live one more day beneath what you're capable of. Because your future isn't hoping you make it. It's begging you to fight for it. So stand up, lock in, get loud, get real, and win. You still here? Good. Because if you're still listening, there's something inside you that refuses to die. A flicker, a force, a whisper that says, I'm not done. That's the beginning of greatness. It doesn't come in explosions. It comes in the quiet choice to rise one more time. To stop waiting for perfect. And start building powerful. To burn the bridges back to average. And go all in. This is not a speech. This is your line in the sand. Today is the day you stop admiring the fire. And become it. Today is the day you stop talking about potential. And start fulfilling it. You are not weak. You are not late. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the world hasn't seen the real you yet. But it will. Because from this moment on, you don't back down. You don't break. You don't beg. You build. So go. Start where you are. Use what you have. Fight with everything you've got. And wake them up.